Today is Monday at 8 o'clock, so it is our student training session. Tonight we will be talking about perfecting the pitch and practicing the pitch. So we want to thank all of the platforms that we are sharing to, all this Facebook platforms, YouTube, everybody who has allowed us to share. And I guess we'll just go ahead and get started. Um, so I noticed that a lot of people were saying that they, have a hard time pitching. They have a hard time dispatching to the owner operators, closing the pitch, getting people to sign on and things like that. A lot of people are nervous. They don't know what to say. A lot of different things. And I too have like experienced different conversation stoppers, so I know it can be difficult. But what I did was I made sure that I had something to say every time someone would say a specific thing, and a lot of times you'll hear the same things. You'll hear the driver say, um, "Oh, I already have a dispatcher," or "Oh, I already have brokers that I get loads from," or "I don't need a dispatcher, you guys charge too much, 10% is too much." A lot of different things that they say to, sorry, that's my dog. A lot of different things that they say to, Gigi, stop barking, um, to throw you off your game and to prevent you from, closing your pitch. So what I told everybody in the group was to think of some things that, drivers say to them that, they have found it hard to overcome. So I just want to like practice with you guys and maybe do like some practice phone calls, and however you guys want to do it, you let me know. So has anybody ever tried calling any drivers yet? Has anybody got on the phones? I see there's like 5 people in here. Um, if none of you guys have gotten on the phones, then tonight will be perfect because you guys will get to experience it firsthand and like, start practicing. Calvin suggests that the first thing you should do after you've watched the videos and you've watched the how to dispatch videos, the first thing that you should do is practice the pitch. So he says, practice the pitch, video yourself so that you can see how you sound. You can see what you're saying, because how you look is oftentimes how you sound. If you don't look confident, then you don't sound confident. So, and then you get to hear yourself speaking, so you know how you're going to sound to the drivers over the phone. So, and honestly, the pitch works. I can definitely say from personal experience that the pitch is pretty bulletproof. Um, Everything that anybody can say to you, there is a way to combat it with what's outlined in the pitch. Um, so I really want to, let me see, I really just want to get started. I hope you guys don't get all shy tonight, because I was really hoping to, practice with people. Let me see. Make sure that everybody that said that they were going to comes. Um, so what I learned to do is practice the pitch, as Calvin suggested. I practiced the pitch, and then I made sure that I was comfortable enough with the pitch to be able to make it my own. So I knew everything that I'm sorry, my phone's ringing. It's not somebody I want to answer. Hold on one second. This person not gonna stop calling. It's probably a driver.
From Charles. To accept, press.
Hi, this is Daja with DLW Logistics. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out a little bit about your company. I see y'all look for box truck owner operators.
Okay, yes, we are right now in the middle of our live dispatch training. So we're training some people on how to dispatch trucks. Can I give you a call back maybe tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Okay. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye. Okay. So sorry about that. So I have oh, I gotta share my screen. Um, I have my personal phone number. Well, I have a Google number. I have my Google number set up to where um it's on my Indeed posting. So I know we talked about it in the group, but one of the ways that I find drivers is by posting on Indeed. And Indeed is a really, really, really good way to find drivers, guys. I really would suggest that you post on Indeed because as you can see, I get people that call me at all times of the night. Like it honestly. They call me all day, all night, just ringing my phone. Um and I've signed on a lot of drivers from that. So it's a really good resource to find people, especially if you're not very comfortable with cold calling because um, when you use things like truckers pass and quick transport, those are cold calls. Those people, they don't know you're calling. But when you use Indeed and you put your phone number on there, those are people calling you. So you already know that they want your services. So it's not very hard to pitch them because you already know that they need you. Technically, it's kind of the same thing with Truckers Path. You can kind of look at it that way on Truckers Path too, because when they log on to Truckers Path and you see their name and number, you'll see like a time on there. It'll say 10 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 minutes. That is how long it's been since that person logged on. And so that means that person had just came onto Truckers Path and they're looking for loads. So when you're calling those numbers on Truckers Path, those are people that you already know need help finding freight. So it's really not a cold call because you know that these people need loads. So, and that's something that I use when I'm pitching the drivers. I say, well, I see you on here on Truckers Path. Apparently, you need help finding loads. You're on the load boards. So you're probably looking at the same loads that I'm seeing right now out of your area. So you need help, right? So that's a very good way to use the pitch. I see Beauty just got on here. Beauty, have you had any experiences with talking to drivers? Have you got onto the phone yet?
Yes, Deja, I have. I found this one guy. He had like a cargo van,
Uh-huh.
and he wanted to do some running from San Antonio.
Uh-huh.
But the loads that I found for him,
Mm,
they wasn't paying what he was, looking for. They
gotcha.
wasn't even paying two something. It was just too low.
Right. Okay. All right. So you signed him up or you tried to find him loads before he even signed the dispatch agreement?
Yes, ma'am. He signed up.
Okay, he signed up. So he still signed on to you.
Yes.
Okay. So a part of the pitch is that we don't call drivers until we have money paying the type of loads that they sorry, tongue tied. We don't call drivers until we find the loads paying the type of money that they want going to the places that they want to go. So he said he wants $2 a mile.
Like three.
Three. And he has a cargo van.
Yes.
Okay. Very funny.
26 footer.
Oh, a box truck.
Mhm.
Okay. Very, very funny. He is not gonna get three he's not gonna get $3 a mile right now. So honestly, what area was he in?
The San Antonio.
Okay. So we tell the drivers that, and this is me personally, we tell drivers that we don't call them with any loads that aren't paying the money that they want. But when I get the driver signed on and I start talking to them, I'll revisit that price. I'll let them know, like, On the carrier profile that you filed, and I know when you spoke with me earlier, you said that you want $3 a mile, and I understand that, but I will pull up um, the rates. Um, Someone else in the group taught me how to do this by going to Lane Honey and like posting. It tells you how much the freight is paying out of a certain area. So if you put in, from Houston, Texas to so on and so forth, it'll tell you what the average price is or what the average rate is coming out of that. And over the past few months, no freight has been $3 a mile. So, and I would have just let them know, like, hey, I know you said that you want $3 a mile, but are you aware that the average rates in your area are $1.75? So if you continue
Okay.
to wait for loads paying $3 a mile, you might not move for a few days because you're probably not making money. So that's a conversation that you can have, and that's a way to combat those outrageous prices that those drivers tell you. Of course, we're not going to call them with prices that we know that they want without the. We're not going to call them with loads not paying the money that they want. But after they sign the dispatch agreement and after they fill out the carrier profile, only after and not before, you can go back to that price and say, hey, I know you said you wanted $3 a mile, but do you know that the rates are not even half of that right now out of your area? How about you let me try to find you something that's paying at least $2 a mile? That's still above the average rate and it's a little bit more realistic. You can negotiate those prices with those drivers so that way, you're still able to find them loads and you're not trying to find a needle in a haystack or you're not trying to find something that don't exist, especially for a cargo van. I mean, a box truck, they can forget about it. So, yeah, anyway, so anybody else had any experience talking to drivers?
Said it was the lamb.
Hey, I just joined
Daisy,
Deja.
what
How you
did you
doing?
say that was?
Lane, honey, it's in
Sorry.
the back office.
Okay.
It's
Thank
in the
you.
when you go
Excuse me.
into
Sorry about that.
when you go into tools and resources, um, it's under the load boards. So, call Lane, honey.
Okay. Thank
Yep,
you.
no problem. Okay, what were you saying, William?
Hey, I was saying I'm here.
Oh, hi.
Hi, everybody.
So, have you been on the phones?
Of course.
Okay, great, great. How's it going?
Well, with me, it's going pretty good.
That's good. How many drivers you got?
Well, I have six
Ooh,
six drivers, but I'm only dealing with three really.
okay. Did you get
And
them all off of Truckers Path or Quick Transport?
um, no.
Okay. Where'd you get them?
Well, what I do is I go to the was it FNCSA site,
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
and I download it and call through that way.
Yeah. So you're
Yep.
so you're taking on the new people.
Yeah, the new people and
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of
Okay.
people who I called through Truckers Path, they already had loads and stuff.
Right.
So I still just talked to them, gave them the pitch, and sent them my email campaign
Mhm.
because if they was unable to talk, I would
Mhm.
just, I don't want to hold them up. I'll just send them my email campaign explaining everything I want for them to know about my business.
Right.
And either they'll reply back yes or no. That's all.
Right. So when you were on Truckers Path, what was like what were the common objections of those drivers?
Um,
What was your hardest thing to overcome when you were talking to drivers off of Truckers Path?
well, some of the guys that I did talk to that was truckers for 20 plus years,
Mhm.
they're very hard to try to convert because of their
Yeah.
experience and they think that they know it all, which
Right.
they kind of do. But when you give them the pitch, they be like, I need more.
Right.
And you try to give them more, they're like, that's not good enough. Or
Right.
they'll ask you, well, how much is your percent? And then they'll be
Mhm.
like, you tell them a percentage, they're like, that's too high. and they just keep
Right.
going on and on and on and on. So you just try to, be nice and try to convert them if you can. And if they don't want your business, you have to just live with it. You can't, beg anybody to
Right.
take your business.
Okay.
Because I've learned,
Right.
begging people, begging truckers to take your business, you can be on the phone with them for probably 10 minutes or more, and they still don't do business with you. So it's like you waste your time. Even if you follow up with them, they were like, "No, I don't need your service. Thank you anyways for calling." So you're gonna get
Right.
like a lot of no's before you get like a lot of yes. So don't be discouraged. To
Right.
anybody in this group listening, don't be discouraged because they're go somebody go out there needs your business.
Right.
You know.
So you did say one thing that I don't agree with. Um,
But go ahead.
so first and foremost,
Hmm.
we never would beg anybody. We're not when we call these drivers on truckers path, we're not begging anybody for our business. All we're trying to do is help them to see that if they want to make money, they should work with us.
Yes.
So it's not really that we need them. It's really that they need us, and
Right.
we need to be trying to. We're just trying to help them see that honestly. And
Yes.
so those things that they say, like when you're talking to those drivers that have been in the industry for a long time, like how
Hmm.
Calvin says, it's not really that they know what they're doing. It's just that they may have been doing the wrong thing for a long time. And
Oh,
so when
true.
you're pitching them and when you're talking to them, that's kind of what you have to explain to them. That's what you got to kind of get them to understand.
Yes.
So my whole point of like what I wanted to do tonight is taking some examples and like practicing with people because I know a lot of people like, especially a lot of the people that first join, they're like, okay, well, can we get some examples of some calls and stuff like that? So I was thinking tonight we can take some examples, like do like some role playing to like one person be the driver and then I can be I can pitch them or we can do vice versa. You can be the
Right.
pitch and I can be the driver.
Cool.
So would anybody like to volunteer to be the first person? Don't be getting shy, y'all. Everybody microphone on mute. I'm gonna pick somebody in a minute.
Hi, Deja.
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
You're fine. Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Before you go into picking someone or
Mhm.
me volunteering, I had a
Mhm.
question. The gentleman that just got off,
Mhm.
um, because I came in a little bit late, he mentioned that he didn't get his drivers from Truckers Path. Where did he get his drivers from?
So he got his drivers off of the FMCSA website and he found drivers who have recently signed on.
New
So
authorities and stuff.
yeah, new authorities, drivers with
But
their new authorities.
that's not the.
So how would you go to? What's the procedure to go in that route?
I can like,
William, you want to explain that to
after
him?
this is over. I don't want to interrupt Deja's presentation, but after this is
Okay.
over, or I can put it
Okay.
in the chat group how I did that. But it's just basically the same way how you look at the directory for people, you know.
Mhm.
But it's just a different site with a government site. There's multiple ways to find carriers. I
Uh-huh.
Right.
usually also go on a DAT low board and look through their directory, and you can find like multiple stuff that way and start calling. But it's way multiple ways to get carriers. So
Mhm.
Okay. Well, here's my quick situation, Deja. Before and for speaking, I'm gonna be the first volunteer. Okay.
Okay.
So you don't have to choose no one.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Here's my quick situation. I just now signed on to this group, and about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks now, and I was studying for my script. I was getting ready to dive in there, and then all of a sudden an opportunity landed in my lap. A gentleman who had 3 tractor trailers and no drivers and 2 dump trucks, and he's the only one that's driving, landed on me. So my my direction slightly shifted because now I have this opportunity. But now from going to try to find already some drivers that's already in the process to find brand new drivers to put inside of a vehicle. So that's how my situation shift, you know. So now I have the possibility of 3 tractor trailers, but no actual drivers in there. I tried to go to some driving school to see if I could find some possible driver. Then I heard you mention something about Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna say. I would post on Indeed. I run into a lot of people who are looking for they don't have a truck and they're looking for somebody with a truck.
Yeah, and
So I would
I'm
post
going across the
I would
trucks
post
with
on
no
Indeed.
driver.
Yeah, yep. So yeah, I would post on Indeed and post the area that the guy is in, what type of truck it is, um, and I would charge that guy. I would charge that guy for
Oh,
finding
definitely,
those.
yeah.
Yeah, yep. I would charge him.
No, because once I fill the seats in those trucks, they're mine to dispatch. That's what I'm trying to say. It's giving me
Right,
complete authority,
right,
yeah, to
exactly.
dispatch these guys.
And I would have him sign an agreement saying that I get a certain percentage of everything that these drivers make for the entirety of their employment with your company. So for as long as these drivers work for you, I will get a percentage.
Okay,
I would have him
awesome,
sign an agreement saying that. Um,
awesome.
yeah. But yeah, and I would charge him. So I would post on Indeed. And
Um,
like, I don't know if you were in here, but literally when I first started on here, I had, and I get people calling me. Somebody just called me just now. I post my phone number in my Indeed posting. I
yeah,
have a
well, I
Google
have
number.
several phones, so yeah, that won't be an issue.
Yeah, I have a Google number. So I just post, I add my phone number into the posting and I have people calling me left and right. And I would post on the Indeed that, I'm looking for some drivers to drive so and so truck. They need such and such class A, uh license and, whatever they need. And I would never tell him. I wouldn't even tell him I was using Indeed. I would just tell him I'm gonna find you drivers.
Uh-huh,
Have the resources to do that. And
uh-huh.
what you're gonna do is you're gonna pay me 5% of everything that these, or 6%. I would do 6. You're gonna pay me 6% for everything that these drivers gross. For every load that they book, that I book for them, I'll be getting 6% of that. 6% is good because it allows you to, um, if you hire other dispatchers up under you, it gives you something to offer them. So you're not
So
going to be,
6%, I'll make to cut you off, but 6% outside of the standard, 10% for the actual dispatching.
yeah. The reason why I say 6%, well, for me, because I just signed an agreement like this, and because I knew that I was going to have a lot of drivers.
Uh-huh.
Like this guy, he is starting a trucking company. He wants me to help him find 30 trucks. So
Okay.
I knew that I was gonna be at some point, we're gonna be dispatching 30 trucks. So based
Wow.
off of that agreement, I said, okay, I'll do a lower rate for him.
Okay.
Um, and so that locked him in. So
All
now
right.
for me bringing those drivers to his trucking company, I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna be getting a percentage for everything that those drivers do for the entirety of their career with his trucking company. I'll be
Okay.
getting a certain percentage of everything he does. And so for a trucking company, 10% is a lot because um most times when they're signed on to a trucking company, they'll either do like a 80-20 split, which means the owner of the trucking company gets what 20% of what the driver makes, and then the driver gets 80%. So if
Okay.
you charge 10%, then that means that the driver is going to be coming out of 30% of what he grosses. No driver is going to go for that. No driver is going to sign under a company that's going to take 30% of their loads. So you have to be able to market your dispatching service to this company that's already going to have to take a percentage from these drivers at a way that they can afford it, and at a way that you'll be able to recruit the drivers.
Okay.
So
So
drivers,
what about the possibility of, hourly, because these are not um sleeper cabs. They're just the regular cabs, and
Mhm.
I try to make quite a bit of local runs where they could be home, much more
Mhm.
because these are not sleeper trucks. So what the what you think about the possibility of making it hourly pay versus by the mileage?
Um, well, really, that wouldn't even be up to you. That would be up to the guy who owns the trucks. But um, if it was up to me, I would try to stick to a percentage base
Percentage.
because if you hit a lick and you get to where you're doing really good and these drivers are grossing, I mean, what, $8,000 a week?
Mm,
You don't want a flat fee of that. You don't want an hourly rate of. You want to be paid what you're worth because
okay.
you as the dispatcher, all you're really going to be getting compensated for is what you dispatch these drivers on. So charging that guy a flat fee, it limits how much money you can make.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem. Okay,
Okay.
so have you talked to any drivers? Have you been on Truckers Path trying to recruit drivers?
Well, I have. I spoke to two. I had two possible callbacks. But this one gentleman, he said he actually worked for a company that goes from Ohio to Maryland and delivering yogurts. And on his way back, he's always empty. But he didn't
Hmm.
own his truck; it belongs to the company. And he wanted me to call the company and see if I can, get loads of him going back to. But that didn't
Right.
work out.
Well, yeah, because you don't need to call the company to do that. If the company allows him to find his own loads, you wouldn't need to call the company. All you have to do is find the
Mhm.
load and tell him about the load, and he can advise his trucking company that that's what he's going to do because you don't work for the trucking company, you work for him.
Okay, but yeah, and that same gentleman told me he's in the process of purchasing his own trucks. So we exchanged number, and he says as soon as it comes through, he'll give me a call back. But
Hmm.
I'll stay on him.
Right. Okay. All right. So,
But outside of that, no, I haven't because this situation just interrupted my the direction that I originally was going.
mhm, okay. So, but are you confident on the phones with pitching the drivers?
I won't say confident, but I ain't scared.
Okay. Okay.
It's so much I have to learn. So
Yeah.
that eliminate the confidence part. But not being scared is they're just human beings I speak to.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if they're intelligent or if they're wise in the industry, and I'm really not. I'm a crane operator, really
Hmm.
not. And so I don't want to sound too foolish, but so that's
Right.
why I studied.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, did you want to, try to practice some calls? I mean, if you feel like, you want to do like some practicing, we can do that here. Because I know a
Yeah.
lot of people are scared to get on the phone. So that's why I kind of wanted to take tonight to see whoever wants to do that, we can do some practice calls. Okay.
Okay.
So you don't have to go first if you don't want to, but if
Okay.
you
I'll go second.
okay. Okay. So who wants to go first?
Can we
Um,
hear how you do it?
well, you can hear how I do it, but I need somebody to be the driver.
I'll be the driver.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is okay. So we'll just get started then. All right. Ring, 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 ring.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, this is Daja. I'm calling from DLW Logistics. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. Um,
How
I
you get my
see
number?
your. Oh, I got your number off of Trucker's Path. It says your name is Mr. Trucker with
Okay.
Mr. Trucking Logistics. Is that correct?
Yeah. How can I help you?
I just wanted to see how long you been driving.
4 years.
Okay, pretty good. So you got a lot of experience. How do you find your loads?
Oh, my wife finds most of my load for me, and I myself does it. That's the
Okay,
way I started. That's the way I was trained.
Okay, pretty cool. All right. Well, I'll get straight to the point. Like I said, I'm calling from DLW Logistics. We're an independent dispatching firm, and we
Well, I
help
don't deal
drivers.
with dispatches. I really don't deal with dispatches.
Okay, so I understand you said you have your wife dispatching your loads, but how much do you say you gross a week?
That's really none of your business.
Okay, well,
I
I
really,
understand. Listen, we help drivers get booked on the loads, paying the type of money that they want. So if you tell me that you want loads paying $2.75 a mile, then I'll help you find loads paying $2.75 a mile. If you want
yeah, I don't
loads
move.
paying $3 a mile, I'll
I don't.
help you.
I don't go anywhere unless it's 250.
Okay, perfect. So then I will help you find loads paying 250 and over. If your wife calls you with the load and it's only paying $2.50, and then I
If I
call you with the load
if I
and
tell
pay
my wife that you're calling me, I'll be no longer married.
well, I'm sure if you brought money home to your wife, she would want to stay with you. So let me help you make some money because I'm sure your wife would not leave you if you were making good money, right?
It depends on how I'm making it.
Women like good money. Okay? So let us help you make more money. So, like I said, if you want loads paying a certain amount of money, that's what we find. What area are you in?
All right, now I'm in the state of Maryland.
Okay. Is that where you live?
That's where I'm living tonight. Yeah,
Okay. Well, what if I could help you find loads to where you're back home with your wife every weekend?
that's back in Massachusetts, Cambridge.
Okay. Okay. So I could help you stay on the road during the week. And then by the weekend, you come home and bring all the money home back to your wife. How would that sound?
And how you expect for me to explain to her I got a load without coming through her?
You don't explain that to her. You just show her the money. You think she's gonna be mad that you bringing money home?
She handles the books.
Listen, I can promise you that if you was bringing money home to your wife, she is not gonna complain.
And how much you
She can
expect to make
focus.
off of?
She can
How much
focus
you
on doing
expect?
what she want to do, huh?
How much you expect to make off of the work that I'm doing? The work you
We charge
wanna do?
10% for every load that we book you on. So, like
Who
I
is we?
said,
Who is
if
we? I
you
thought you said this was your company. Who is we?
this is my company. Me and my company book the loads. We're part of the
Okay.
National Dispatchers Network. We have over 4,000 members. So we all work together as a unit to find our freight. So you would have
Uh,
the backing of over 4,000 people helping you find good paying loads. Doesn't that
how
sound good?
how fast can you find loads? What you have now?
I can find you loads right now.
What you have available now? Going towards Connecticut, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, anywhere going up that direction.
Okay, let me see. I have access to all types of freight. Give me 1 second to pull up and see what I have here. Okay. Okay, so I am going to get them on my work. So how long have you been in Maryland?
Uh, Today, this is
Mhm.
my. I've been in Maryland. You can say 23 hours.
23 hours. Okay. Are you stuck? Is that why you're on Trucker's Path looking for a load?
Well, not really stuck, but I have a few friends in this area, so I make extra little stay over when I'm here because I don't really stop in
Okay.
Maryland too much. But I have a couple of friends here. That's why.
Got you.
But I'm
Okay.
ready to get out of here.
Understandable. Understandable. Well, give me 1 second and see what I can find you. All right. What city are you in Maryland?
Um, I'm in Capitol Heights, Maryland, right next to
Okay.
the Washington Redskins Stadium.
Okay. All right, let's see. Hmm. Let me look at what I have coming out of Capitol Heights.
Oh, by the way, I have a
Mhm.
flatbed.
Okay, a flatbed. Let's see. No problem at all. All right. I see loads coming out of Maryland, going to what area did you say you want to go to?
Cambridge. Oh, right now, anywhere Connecticut, but ideal will be back to Cambridge or anywhere in Massachusetts.
Okay. Well, I have something going up that way. I have something going up to Newcastle, Pennsylvania. That's something that we can get you booked on. Um, let's see how
You
many
have,
loads I have coming
don't
out
you
of
have
Maryland.
anything going a little further up?
What I would like to do is help you make money. So I would suggest that you take some loads. Um,
On the
like
way.
as of right now, what I have coming out of Maryland, going up to Pennsylvania, and we can work you up to Connecticut.
How much a mile is
Um,
that one?
well, what we would have to do is get you signed on to our company. Technically, I cannot represent you as a dispatcher until I have a pre-existing agreement with you, and that's per the FMCSA. I'm looking at
And
um,
what responsibility of mine if I sign this?
so all we do is
Do I
find you
have to
loads
stick? Do
and
I
you
have to stick with you?
no, you don't have to stay with
The
us. It's
contract?
not a lockdown contract. If you decide you want to work with other dispatchers, that's fine. If you feel like you want to continue to use your wife, that's fine. If you say that one
Oh
day,
yeah, I am gonna continue to use my wife.
okay, perfect. So then we would never want to replace your wife. All we just asking is just to be one of your resources. I'm looking at 562 loads coming out of Maryland right now that we can start getting you booked on. All you got to do is sign the agreement. How's that sound to you?
Hmm. Sounds possible. How's am I
Sounds
gonna?
possible.
Yeah. How am I gonna get this agreement?
I'm gonna email it to you, and you can sign it over whatever mobile device you have.
Are you gonna Are you gonna send that now?
Yep, I can send it right now. I can send it as we're on the phone right now.
You have access to my email address?
Well, actually, when you logged in here onto Truckers Pass, it gave me your email address. So yes,
Oh
I have
wow. Oh wow. I never knew that.
Yep. I have your phone number. I have your name. I have your trucking company and your email address.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Glad I don't owe you no money.
Correct. All you
Mhm.
gonna owe me is when I book this load.
Okay.
Okay.
But go ahead and send it so I can see what you got going to Pennsylvania. And
Okay.
you have other stuff leaving Pennsylvania going back
Yep.
further northeast.
Yep. As soon as I call this broker about this load going to Pennsylvania, I'll call about a load going from Pennsylvania to Connecticut.
All right.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, it's nice talking to you. I'm gonna go ahead and send you this dispatch agreement, and as soon as
Remember now, nothing under 250.
nothing under 250.
I don't care what that contract says. Anything under 250, and I'm doing it.
Listen, if I don't find the loads paying the money that you want, going to the places that you want to go, you won't even get a call from me.
Okay.
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 Alrighty. So after you get the dispatch agreement signed, I'll touch bases with you. I also need you to fill out our carrier profile sheet so I can get the dimensions of your truck.
Fill out the
Um,
what?
carrier profile sheet.
Oh, here comes some more stuff now.
Oh yeah, we need to know who you are. We need to know
I thought
what
you know
type
who
of
I
truck
am.
you have.
You just told me who I am, and you have all my information.
I don't know what size. I don't know how long your trailer is. I don't know how many pounds you can take.
Oh, okay,
I need
okay.
to
You
know
want a
all of that.
profile? Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
okay.
important. Yeah. So I will send you that, and as soon as you get that signed, I'll give you a call back and let you know what loads I see. Okay.
All right. Let's see
All
how this
right.
works.
Nice talking to you. Bye.
All right. Bye bye.
Okay.
Hey, Deja,
Yes.
who was that you were talking to?
I was just talking to Violet. Whoever this is, Violet right here.
Okay, no, I was just saying you guys did such a great job. I have never heard of one that's so perfect. That's a very perfect example.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Okay, who's next? Who wanna be more challenging? That was a little challenging. I was getting concerned. He was tough.
Oh yeah. By the way, this is Moses, but Violet is my
Oh,
wife. That's the.
oh, okay. Got you. I
Oh,
was
all right,
wondering. Okay.
Moses.
All right.
Good job, Moses. Very good job. So
Thank you.
maybe we should do the reverse side. Maybe I'll be the driver now and you could be me.
All right.
Okay. All right. So call me.
Ring, ring.
Who is it?
Good afternoon. Well, good evening. How are you
Good
doing?
evening. I'm okay. How are you?
I really hope you're staying safe out there. This is Moses from MMB Logistics. Are you,
Okay.
yeah. Are you staying
Okay.
safe out there?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, as safe as I can with this coronavirus. It's just crazy out here, but I'm in my truck. I can't eat nothing, so I'm hungry, but I'm safe.
Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can get you somewhere where you get something good to eat.
Okay. What are you
Uh,
talking about? You don't even know where I'm at.
yeah. I'm about to find out right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm a little bit nervous, and I just finished talking to you. All right.
That's okay. That's
And this
okay.
is exactly what happens when you don't practice a lot. But
Yep.
anyway,
Practice the
yeah.
pitch. Practice the pitch.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm from MMB Logistics, and would like to find out how much it's going to take you to move your truck. I have access to numerous loads going anywhere you want to go.
Hmm. You said how much do it take me to move my truck?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I want at least $3.75 a mile.
So how long has you been driving?
I've been driving like a year.
A year. And have you had a lot
hmm
of those $3 a mile?
I mean, well, technically no, but
Mm.
yeah, because I have this broker. He calls me with really good lows sometimes, and so I'll take those. But I can work with these brokers anytime that I want to, and I can get some freight from them.
Well, I believe the reason why you haven't got your $3 a mile is because you have never been with a network like I'm with right now. I have access to over 500 dispatches that I could use to get you your
Oh,
three
what
dollars and
network
change
you
a
in?
mile.
Okay, what network
Mm.
are you in?
Um, there RBBS dispatches, national dispatches.
Okay,
Mm.
I never heard of that. I don't even know what that is.
Uh,
Well, if you a dispatcher, I don't even use dispatchers, so I'm good. Like I said, I use brokers.
Yeah, okay. Well, don't consider me a dispatcher. Just consider me a person who will get you the money and the $3 that you're looking for that you can't find. Where are you located right now?
I'm in Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit. All
Yeah.
right. And where would you like to go from Detroit? Well, where would you want to take your
Um,
$3 and change lead you out of Detroit? Where would you like to go?
well, I want to go see my baby daddy. He in Illinois, so you can just take me to Chicago.
I think go Chicago. But now this is where I am slow
hmm
at. Jumping in, I gotta get me a better computer. Jumping in and finding the load as fast as you can find them. That's why I need practice that, Deja.
That's okay. Just let her know. Just let her know. Okay, let me look at what I got out of coming out of Illinois. But as you're doing that, in the meantime, keep up the conversation and be like,
Okay,
okay, so how much do you
but
expect to make going to
you
Illinois?
trying to get to Illinois, right?
Right. I'm trying to get to Illinois
From
from Detroit, Michigan.
okay, yeah, but you just said let's check and see what you have coming out of Illinois. You mean coming out of Detroit?
Oh, I mean out of Detroit. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would tell her like I'm stepping outside of my role now. Pretend like she can't hear us.
Okay.
So so if I was you, I would tell her, okay, I'm gonna look at what I have coming out of your area.
Okay.
And then as I'm trying to up on my computer, I will start making conversation. Saying, okay, I'm pulling this up right now,
Mhm.
but in the meantime, how much money do you think you're gonna make? You think you're gonna find that $3.75?
Well, technically, I would have gone on and found some loads in that area first and have an idea of the highest ones before I even give you a call.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would have done.
Okay. So then you could have did that. Right.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you
but
could have did that.
I
But
was a
let's
little
say
bit
you didn't
nervous
do that.
when we started. I was a little bit nervous, but that's what I would have
Okay.
normally done. I would have find the load first, like the areas. Then I
Mhm.
would have went after you. So that way I would have an
Okay.
idea of what's already in your area.
Right. Right. So now that I told you that I want Lowe's paying $3.75, let's say you went on the low board and you know for a fact
Mm.
there are no Lowe's paying $3.75 a mile. What are you gonna tell her?
Well, unfortunately, I guess I was just looking on there, but I can't find nothing for $3 and change. However, I could get you something close to that $3 and change.
Okay.
That good?
So for me, I wouldn't even tell her that. I would just
No.
say, okay, you want $3.75,
Let me
and
see
I
what I
would
can.
tell her what loads I have. I
Mm.
would tell her that I would look it up on direct freight, and I would tell you the amount of. I'm trying to pull up this pitch, and my computer is being dumb. And
Mine
how many
too.
loads, and say, you know what, I got 2,400 loads coming out of
Oh,
Michigan
yes,
right now.
yes,
To be
yes, yes,
honest, I can't even work with you until I have a signed dispatch agreement from
yes,
you.
yes,
Once
yes,
I get that from you, we'll go from there.
yes.
So
I missed one.
if you don't see what she's looking for, don't even tell her that.
Yeah,
Just
just
continue with the
just
just
lead her into signing the agreement.
yeah. Because
Direct her
what
to
you're
that.
gonna tell her is I'm not gonna call you unless I have the loads paying the
Low.
kind of money that you want. So
Got you.
if I can't find you $3.75, you're not even gonna hear from me.
Yeah,
So, and then if she's sitting there, if she's really dumb enough to be sitting there and looking for Lowe's paying
I
$3.75,
know.
she's gonna be sitting there all day and she's gonna call you.
That's why I asked you how long has you been driving, and do you think you're gonna find that?
Right. Yeah.
So let
And that's for real. But that's what drivers will tell you, trying to pull your leg. I
yeah.
want
Okay.
$5 a mile.
I know. I hear
Yeah.
Curtis. So can I go back a little bit? So once I get stuck to when they're pretending like they want more than what the market can provide, automatically go into well, I have 900 loads in your area. I have 1,000 loads, whatever, in your area, but however, I can't give you that information unless we have a signed agreement. That's the direction I should have gone, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's kind of what I would have said. If I
Because
if I
once I
knew
have a
that
signed agreement, I can call her the next day or the next day, and
yep.
with
And you
something
could
that
say,
she's
okay, hey, where you at? Right.
got
Yeah.
you, got you, got you.
Yep. You sign that driver on. Yep.
It's easier being the jerk.
Right. Yeah, but you gotta have. I'm trying to pull up the pitch, and my computer is being really dumb.
Yeah, my computer's acting up too. I don't know what's happening here. My laptop.
It's making me very mad. Um, because honestly, the pitch is foolproof. It has everything in it. Like everything that I said to combat what you were saying to me is really things that were in the pitch. It's just that I made it my own, and I tailored the conversation. But every time you said something I didn't like, I just kind of went back to the pitch.
Bang back to the page. Always back to the page.
Yeah, bring it back to the pitch because what the pitch is telling people what they want to hear.
Okay.
So when somebody tells you something, just continue to tell them what they want to hear at the end of the day. That's sales. Like how
Got
Calvin
you.
sells. It's all about sales. So sales is about telling people what they want to hear. You don't want to give nobody no bad news. So when I told you that I wanted $3.75 and you knew for a fact there was no loads coming out of Michigan paying $3.75,
Mhm.
either way, I'm not gonna give you bad news because right now I'm trying to sell you into something. So either way, even though I know what you're asking for doesn't exist, I'm still gonna tell you what you want to hear.
Okay.
And what she wants to hear is, I'm gonna call you with the lows, paying the money that you want.
That you
If
want.
I don't have it, you won't hear from me. But when you see my number on your caller ID, you know that I have the lows, paying the money that you want, going to the places you want to go. Period. That's all
Got you.
she want to hear. That's all she want to hear. she want to hear. She don't want to hear, well, I mean, you're a new driver. Are you aware that there are no loads paying that? Like, now, when I told Beauty earlier was that after you have that conversation and after you have that driver signed up, and only after, you can have that discussion. You can say, you know what, I'm not sure if you're aware, but the 90-day average for the loads coming out of Michigan are paying $2.10 a mile. So it's very unlikely for you to find anything paying $3.75. What I can do is try to help you come down a little bit. How about we try to do 250? You know what I'm saying? And then you can negotiate that price. But only do that after you have her signed up. Because if you try to say that during your pitch, now you're building you're giving her a reason not to trust you. You're giving her a reason to feel like this guy don't know what he's doing. He can't deliver on what he's saying, what he's promising he can get, because he already telling me, man, I can't get you that. First you told me you can give me the money I want, and now you telling me you don't have
Yeah,
it in the
it's
same, in the same conversation.
yeah,
No.
contradiction.
So you don't want to do that. Right.
Got you.
Yeah.
I know I got stuck, got nervous. I don't know why.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. That's all we hear. Anybody else want to
You
try?
both did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do that mean you next?
Come on, come on, let's go. Who else want to go with me?
Okay. Yeah, who want to go with William? And William could be the dispatcher. Somebody give William a very, very hard time.
Don't do it.
Anybody, any takers? Who has been on the phones and found it difficult to um to close with the pitch? Who in here? Let's see. Um, mm, I don't know. Who want to go? Damien, have you been on Trucker's Path or Quick Transport trying to pitch any drivers for freight dispatching yet? You must not be paying attention. Okay, William. Well, I guess I'll have to be another guinea pig again. I'll go ahead and do it. Okay, so do you want to be the driver or do you want to be the dispatcher?
It don't matter. What you want to do?
Okay, I'll let you be the driver.
Okay.
And I'll be the dispatcher. All right, ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, this is Daja calling from DOW Logistics. Is this William?
Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
I got your information off of Truckers Pass. It says that you are with William Trucking. Is that correct?
Sort of, kinda, man. What you want?
Okay. Well, it seems like you are in the St. Louis, Missouri area. It had you located there about 30 minutes ago. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, just watching the
Okay.
boards.
Okay. Well, I would like to help you find a load coming out of that area. How much money do you need to move your truck?
I'm stuck. I've been stuck here for 2 days. Like 275. Trying to get back, go back
275?
to Pennsylvania.
Okay. All right. Well, I see 1,150 loads coming out of St. Louis, Missouri. If you say you want 275 a mile, I can help you find loads paying 275 a mile. What area are
Okay.
you trying to go to?
Like I said, Pennsylvania, like around
Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia area.
Okay. Sorry. So yeah, I can find you loads going in that direction. We charge 10% for our dispatching services for every load that we get you booked on. Um, how soon can we get our dispatch agreement signed with you? It sounds like you need our help ASAP because you said you're stuck.
Did you say 10%?
Yes, 10%. For
Lady,
every
that's
load
too.
that we book you on, we charge 10%.
Lady, that's too much. I need like 3 or 4%.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. We charge 10% for the loads that we book you on, but we pay for ourselves. So if you just tell me that you want $2.75 a mile, I'm gonna find loads paying $2.85 a mile, so that when you get your money, you're still getting the money that you wanted. So however much we charge, it really doesn't make a difference because we're still gonna make sure you're getting your money,
Okay,
right?
Miss. Let me ask you again. How far I have to go for this load to get this load? How far I have to go?
You tell me how far you want to go, and that's what I cater my load searches to.
Okay, so no more than 25 miles.
Okay, so you want a load going 20? I'm
Miss
sorry.
Miss, why are you laughing? I don't see nothing funny. Oh,
I'm sorry.
let me be
Wait,
correct.
pause. Okay. So you want a load going to be fine a load going 5 miles. Like I said, I have over 1,300 loads coming out of your area, but I would need a signed dispatch agreement for you to even represent you to these brokers. What I would like to do is go ahead and send over our dispatch agreement, and as soon as you sign that, I'll start finding your load.
Oh no, Miss. I wasn't being funny. I was just asking a real question. I'm not talking about traveling miles. I'm talking
The
about deadhead
deadhead.
miles.
The deadhead.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
deadhead
deadhead.
miles,
Oh, I'm like, what?
the deadhead miles,
I'm like,
That's funny.
I'm like a load going 25 miles.
Deadheaded, Miss.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely find you a load.
So you gotta walk
I'll
that
find
road.
you. Listen, don't listen. I'm trying to be serious, y'all. Okay, let me get back into character.
Okay.
Um, I can look for. That's what I'm gonna cater my load searches for right now. I'm gonna try to find you a load, paying the money that you want, going to the places you want to go. As
Okay.
long as you go ahead and get that signed dispatch agreement
Okay.
to me, then we'll get to work. Okay.
Miss, why you rush me to sign that agreement? I'm not done with you. I got some questions to ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, how long have you been dispatching?
I've been in the trucking industry since I was 18. I have more than enough knowledge to service you.
Okay. What's your stats, lady?
What's my stats?
Yeah, your stats.
Um,
Like, how much do you get your drivers per week on
well,
average?
our drivers basically make how much they want to make.
Okay.
Like I said, we cater all of our load searches and our dollar amounts to whatever our drivers want. So if our drivers say that they want loads paying $3 a mile, that's what we help them find, $3 a mile.
Okay. That
So
sounds.
if our drivers wanna work as hard as they can and gross $10,000 a week, we'll help them make $10,000 a week. So like I
Now,
said, hmm
with my experience, I've been a truck driver for 35 years,
hmm
and I usually make like $12,000 a week. So can you
okay.
beat that, or?
Like I said, I'm gonna find you the lows, paying the money that you want, going to the places you want to go.
Okay.
So if you say that you need a certain amount of money to move your truck, I'm not gonna call you unless I have that load. You will not get a call from me unless I have a load paying over the $2.75 a mile that
Okay.
you said.
Okay, that's
Okay?
fair. That's fair. A couple more questions for him. Just kind of thinking right now.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so you said that when you want to send me the information via my email, or you want to fax it
Yes.
to me?
Yep. I'm gonna send it to your email. Here on Truckers Pass, we have your email listed as William Trucking LLC at gmail.com. Is that the best email to send it to?
No, ma'am. All that stuff is outdated. I want to give you my
Okay.
information. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
It's going to be William
Mhm.
McKenzie, capital M,
Mhm.
lowercase c,
Mhm.
capital K,
Mhm.
and then the rest you can see, and at gmail.com. Okay.
Okay. All right. So I will go ahead and send that to you right now. As soon as you send that, um, go ahead and as soon as I send it, go ahead and get it signed. I'll also be sending you our carrier profile, and we'll need that filled out as well, so we can know the dimensions of your truck and everything like that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for your time, and you have a great day.
Okay. You too. I'll call you back as soon as I find your load.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hey Deja, what's up?
Okay.
This Damien. As soon as you called my name, my tablet went dead.
Oh, that's
I
okay.
I
That's
couldn't do it
okay.
now anyway, but no, I don't have any issues with that part.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that means you're good on it then. So why don't you help these people see how to do it?
Well, because I'm in some noise, so that's why I just have to keep muting the
Oh,
phone. Yeah.
okay. Got you.
I mean, I
Okay.
can answer any questions though. Anyone have any questions?
Okay. All right. Let's see. Who's next? Who else would like to try to either pitch me as a driver or would like to be a driver and give me some conversation stoppers and things like that.
And Deja, those were real questions,
Mhm. I know.
answers.
I
What I
know.
come across when I do my pitch to the drivers, the one who's very seasoned, that's how they talk.
Mhm.
They want stats, they want this, they want
I
that.
know.
So you know what I'm talking about. So I
I
wasn't
know
being
what you're
too
saying.
rough on you.
No, you didn't. You didn't. It just
Okay.
threw me off when you said 25 miles. I was like, what?
So tell me this, because this is Camille. So
Hey,
I don't
Camille.
have any experience in the industry and I don't have any carriers. So if one of the potential carriers asked me, what's your stats and how many carriers do you have?
Mhm. What do you say?
Yeah.
Then
I
you
always
say,
say,
I'm
if
part of the National
there you go.
Dispatchers Network of over 4,000 members. We book loads for carriers all the time. We help carriers from coast to coast. We're more than qualified to help you book freight.
You
So
can
you
let
said
them know,
there's
and it's also
4,000 members?
one
Hmm.
of the largest network in the U.S.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, wow, I thought it was 500, 4,000.
You said what? It's
I thought,
500.
yeah, it's 4,000.
Yep, 4,000.
Okay.
Does anybody know the Zoom login for this? The meeting and the the password, the meeting ID and the password?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay, hold on, let me try to see. Okay, anyways, so because it's someone in the group trying to get in and she can't get in. Anyway, so
The
yeah, it's
password is
always something. Go
the
ahead.
password is 901564, and the meeting ID looks like 899755185.
Meeting ID is what? Say it again.
899755185, and password 901564. I think that's right.
Okay.
That's what I'm seeing on my phone.
Okay. 901564.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Who was that?
Latoya, you're welcome.
Oh, thank you, Latoya. Are you next? Latoya, you gonna go next?
Sure, I guess.
Okay. No pressure, no pressure. Take a deep breath. Do you want to be the driver or do you want to be the dispatcher?
I think I need work on the dispatching part, so I'll just try that.
Okay. Okay, so I'll be the driver and you can be the dispatcher.
Hold on. Now, I've never, because I wanted to do more with the car hauling, so this will be a first for me. But I mean, it's
Oh,
practice, so
okay, gotcha.
it's good.
Okay. Okay, so do you want to do it or
Yeah,
do you
let's
want
do it.
to
Yeah,
just
it's
listen
practice.
for now?
I would like to do it.
Okay.
That's
Right.
the spirit.
Okay.
Here we go.
Ring,
It's
ring.
finally worked. Pull up the pitch. So, hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. My name is
You
Latoya.
gonna be okay, go ahead. Sorry.
What were you
No,
saying?
go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you.
Okay.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Latoya. Miss Walker, I found your information on Trucker's Path. I was calling. I see you are in Michigan right now, in Detroit, and I was calling to see if I could provide you some services. I am a dispatching company, and I'd like to see if I could assist you with finding some loads.
Um, Yeah, I don't really even work with dispatchers because y'all be trying to take everybody money, so I'm good.
Okay, trying to take everybody's money. Okay, well, um, dispatching, I mean, it can really provide some value. It's a valuable service. It can allow you to keep, your mind on the road, and you won't have to worry about all the back office type stuff. And I can assist you with that, or we can try it for a little while. I mean, you don't have to do it forever. We can try it out and see if it's something you're getting some value from, and we can move forward with that. How does that sound?
I mean, like I said, I mean, I use brokers. I have a lot of brokers that are already in connection with. Um, I know that dispatchers just want to like, take money, and I really can't afford to do that right now. I have truck payments that I have to make, the insurance rates is going up, and then the gas, I mean, the gas did drop because of the coronavirus, but as soon as that virus go away, the gas going to be right back to where it was. I can't afford to be paying nobody else no more money. I need at least $2.75 a mile. And if I have to pay you, I'm not gonna be able to make that. How much do you charge?
Okay, right now, we charge 10%. But whatever expenses you have, the service that we'll be offering you will allow you to make more money so that you can cover those expenses.
Okay. Um, so you can find me loads paying $2.75 a mile. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am. I can find you loads that pay $2.75 or even more than that.
Okay. And how do you think you're gonna do that? Because I sit here on these load boards every day and I don't see those loads.
Well, currently I'm a part of the National Dispatching Network. We have over 4,000 dispatchers who will assist me in finding loads for you. So instead of just one set of eyes looking for loads for you, there'll be several people who can assist me with that, and we can find you exactly what you need.
Okay, well, right now I am in Dallas, Texas, and all I can find is stuff paying like $1.90 a mile right now. I need help finding a load because this is ridiculous. So, can you help me?
Yes, ma'am. You say you're in Dallas, Texas?
Yes, and I want to go back to the southeast. So, you can send me anywhere southeast. It can be the Carolinas, Alabama, Georgia, anything, just southeast.
Southeast.
No
Okay.
Florida. I don't want to go to Florida.
No Florida. Okay, let me look and see what I have available right now. All right. How is that coronavirus affecting your business right now?
Girl, let me tell you, I cannot get no food. I cannot go to McDonald's. Um, I can't even go into the truck stops. A lot of the truck stops is closed. I can't even take a shower. I can't do anything. I can't even do anything. And at this point, it's just getting so frustrating. I'm ready to just turn around and go back home because it's really difficult. They canceling all my loads. I keep booking loads, and the loads keep getting canceled because the shippers and the receivers are closing down left and right because of the virus, and it's really becoming frustrating.
Okay, well,
Alone, I'm just a woman out here driving, and you got two
I
kids,
totally understand that.
and it's just becoming too much.
Okay, well, I understand that it's definitely impacting a lot of businesses, which is why you probably need this service. And so right now, I see over 1,100 loads in your area going to the areas you mentioned that you were interested in the Southeast area. And I could definitely, get you set up
Mhm.
with some loads. I can send you over my carrier profile packet and my dispatch agreement, and we can get everything established and get you making the money that you want to make. How does that sound?
It sounds good. So you saying I have to sign a dispatch agreement? I really don't like to sign contracts because I just don't want to be bothered with people like that. So, I mean, is there a way that you can just find me the load? and we can just do it like that?
Oh no, ma'am. FMCSA requires us to have a contract for me to find you loads and to provide that service for you. So in order for me to do that, I will have to send that information over, and then we can get started.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess so. I'll go ahead and give you my my email address. My email address is ladytrucking@gmail.com. You can go ahead and email it right there.
Ladytrucking@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay, I will send that information over, and I do appreciate your time today. And as soon as I get everything looked over and reviewed, I will be calling you back with your load.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, have a great day.
All right. You too.
Okay, so back to the contract. It's not really a contract, it's like a contingent contract because drivers don't like to hear anything about contracts.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's like an agreement.
Right.
Yeah, because they don't want to hear contract, because once they hear contract, they think that they're gonna, get tied into something. So that's something you kind of want to, tweak a bit or work on about the whole contract part of it. It's just an agreement that the
I
Federal
thought I
Motor
said
Safety
that though.
Association.
I thought I said the dispatch agreement. I think when she asked me about signing contracts, then I responded on that. So what would you say if they say something to you about a contract, but you didn't really lead with that?
I
Well,
would assure her that it's not a lockdown contract. That's the
yeah,
first thing I say. It's not a
Okay.
lockdown contract. All it says is that when I find you a load, you pay me. That's all it is.
yeah, contingent contract. That's all it is.
And I
Okay.
would just and say it in layman's terms, like just make it as simple as possible. It's really not. I mean, if you decide you don't want to work with me ever again, you don't have to work with me. If you want to work with other dispatchers, you can work with other dispatchers. Really break it down to them so they can see. Don't even stress about that, and then move on to the next thing. Like, okay, so it's not a lockdown contract. I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you.
Okay, sounds good. That makes sense. Thank
Yep,
you.
no
Good job,
problem.
Latoya. Good job.
Yes, very good job. You handled all of my rebuttals very well.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, so have you practiced the pitch at all?
No.
Okay, so that's okay. But I would definitely suggest that you practice the pitch because I could tell that if you had been practicing this, you probably would have been a lot more effective and a
Right.
little bit more quicker. Like some of the things that I said, you would have been able to shut me down a lot faster and close with a more confident, attitude.
Okay.
Like when you first started talking to me, a good question to say, how much money do you need to move your truck? The sooner you
Okay.
can ask them that question, the sooner you get them to see, okay, this person is trying to make me money. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of, I wouldn't even go into, I mean, I try not to go into too much about I'm a dispatcher and I this and I that and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. As soon as I can get those words, how much money do you need to move your truck out of my mouth? That engages
Okay.
them in the conversation. And now I know, you know what I'm saying? I don't give them the opportunity to tell me no. Because
Okay. I understand.
I didn't ask you if you want a dispatcher. I didn't ask you if you this. I didn't ask you if you that. I just said, how much money do you need to move your truck?
Okay. So decrease the amount of time you're talking about introductions and just get to it.
Yep. For the
Okay.
introductions, I just get to know that person. I just say,
Okay.
okay, I see that you've been on here. How long you been in the business? Okay. How long you been in this area? Are you stuck? I see you on the load boards looking for a load. Okay. Well, I'm an independent dispatcher. We help drivers find the loads that they want. How much money do you need to move your truck?
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Like this one, the pitch, um, it does a little bit more talking in it,
Mm-hmm.
but as you can see, the top of it says how much money do you need to move your truck? Because that's the first thing. That's really the main thing. So the pitch says, "Greetings. My name is Charles M. Independent dispatcher with National Dispatchers Network. We have over 200 dispatchers all over the country to service your needs. Our network is built by owner operators for owner operators. So I understand that every carrier is unique in their load pricing needs. As a dispatcher, I will cater my load search to your pricing requirements. In other words, if you need $2.50, cost per mile to run a load, if you only want to go so many miles, if you want backhaul, and if you only want all this stuff. To be quite honest, if you call somebody and say all of this before even asking them how they're doing or asking them their name, they're gonna hang up. So at
Yeah,
some
I would hang up too.
yeah. So at some point you do want to, and I think this was more like an email marketing thing. So this is the pitch. If learning this by heart, practicing this is what's gonna get you to sign it on the drivers. But like I said, you want to make this more conversational. You want to make this your own. And I think that's
Yeah.
part of maybe what's a lot of people's problems. They're literally taking this pitch and literally saying exactly what's on this. Which you
Yeah.
do want to
Tweak
say.
it to your.
Yeah. You do want to say what's on this, but you still want to make it your own. So I want to help people find ways to take this pitch and personalize it to them. You know,
Right. That
um,
makes sense.
yeah, because I tell everybody who asks me about pitch and drivers, if you call somebody and you sound like a robot, they're gonna treat you like a robot. But if you
Mhm.
call them and you sound like a person, they'll treat you like a person. Period. So yeah, so that's what I
That's
try
good
to do.
advice.
Yeah. So like how it goes into, we're part of the National Dispatchers Network. Um, we're owner operators for owner operators. Those are all really good key points to have in your mind when you're talking to drivers when they start questioning your credentials. Like, are you qualified? This is something that you want to go back to because yeah, we're part of the National Dispatchers Network. Now at that time that this was created, it was only 200 dispatchers. Now it's over 4,000. So, and that's something you can even say. We're a rapidly growing network. We're over 4,000 members strong, and we are a network of owner operators who work for owner operators. We have what you need, and we know what you need. Period. Moving on to the next thing. Now what? Now sign a dispatch agreement. So that's how I am. Like how William was saying, why are you trying to rush me into signing this dispatch agreement? And I have to work on that too, slowing down. But honestly, after everything I say, I'm really trying to give them that agreement.
Yeah.
After I've won that first argument, after I've won this, now sign the agreement. Oh, you want to come back at me with something else? Okay, now sign the agreement. Okay, now sign the agreement. Every time, all the whole time I'm talking to them, I'm closing. I'm constantly
Right.
trying to close. You
Yeah, I
know.
think you did a great job of that. I think you.
Thank you. Thank you. But I just want to say that the pitch really works. The pitch has definitely helped me. And I want to show you guys how it's helped me. Let me go to my DocuSign so you guys can see that I'm not just saying this. I'm really speaking from example when I say that if you say what's on this pitch, you will get drivers. Hold on, let me go here. I'm gonna put so you guys can see. I'm gonna show you guys how many drivers I have signed on just in the past week or two. Um, and a lot of these are box trucks because I mentioned on like our live on Saturday, I'm doing a project where um I'm sending over all these box trucks to another dispatcher service and we're splitting the dispatch fee. Hold on, let me remember my password.
And you're primarily
Um,
getting these drivers from your Indeed posts.
from Indeed and from Truckers Path. Um,
Okay.
a lot of times when I call drivers off of Truckers Path, a lot of them are box trucks. So I'll write. At first, I wasn't taking any, but I was actually still writing people's name and numbers down, and I'm very glad that I did. Every driver I talk to, I take notes. That's another thing that I suggest you guys do. Never talk to somebody without a pen and paper by you, and you're taking notes of the whole conversation.
Oh, that's a
Because
good
this
idea.
whole industry is about opportunity. Opportunities arise every single day. So one day you might have been looking for one thing, and then the next day you're looking for another thing. So even though at the time I wasn't looking for box trucks, a week later I needed box trucks. So I'm glad that I wrote all that down because if I hadn't, I would have had to start from scratch.
Okay.
Yeah, but Indeed is where it's at. it's popping on Indeed. Let me go to completed. So you can see all of the dispatch agreements that I have gotten signed. And this is honestly, y'all, okay, I'm so bad. I had DocuSign, and then instead of paying for it, I went ahead and used another email address so I can get another free trial. So that's why this is like started over. But as y'all can see, these are all of my completed dispatch agreements from the 18th. So I don't know how many this is. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, from the 18th till today, I have signed 10 drivers on. And it was the same thing, just using the pitch. Calling people, getting people off of Indeed and telling them how much money do you need to move your truck. That's all I said. And they all signed the dispatch agreement. So that's why I say if you learn the pitch, you can sign up drivers. It is hard, but you can sign them up. For some reason, I've had a difficult. I really think it's something that I did to somebody. I must have like hit a cat or something. But for some reason, everybody that I call on Turkey's Pass is like not a drive-in or a reefer. So when I get them drive-ins and I have some drive-ins and some reefers. I have signed on at least like 5 of them, but for different reasons, it just hasn't worked out. One of them, it's a language barrier. One of them, he ended up having to give his trailer back. He was borrowing a trailer. He had to give the trailer back to his friend. Then he decided to just stay home with his wife because of everything that's going on right now. Um, Another one of them, he just kind of like ghosted me and like stopped responding. Um, and I know he had a lot going on with his. Honestly, his insurance was expired, all type of stuff. He had a lot going on. But yeah, so just for different reasons. I do have one driver though who has a step deck. He does heavy hauling, and so me and him have been booking loads. So, um, but I just say all this to say that it works, and I'm just trying to show y'all that I'm not just saying this, and I'm not just like trying to like sound like, oh, do the pitch, do the pitch. I'm just saying that it works, and I'm showing y'all from example that it works. If I was not pitching like this, I would not have been able to successfully sign on this many drivers within the past week. It's only been a week, and I signed on 10 people. So, and this is just the past week. Honestly, my other my other DocuSign thing that I had, the one with the other free trial, the first one I had dispatch agreement signed on that one as well. So just keep on trying and just, you know, use the pitch, stick to the pitch. Like I said, everything that a driver could possibly say to you is all covered in this pitch. You just have to learn how to use it. Like there's really nothing that anybody can say to you that this pitch does not cover. As long as you learn the pitch, you'll be good. Personal experience.
And make it your own.
Yes, and make it your own. Definitely, definitely make it your own. If I find out that one of y'all got on here and was reading this pitch like this, ugh, I'ma just cry. I'm gonna cry. Don't call the driver and read this. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just make it your own. Make it personable. You know, if a person was talking to you, wouldn't you want them to ask? Wouldn't you want them to say, "Hey, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Make it personable. Ask them how's their day going. Ask them, you know, how long they've been in the trucking industry. If they tell you, you know, they like to stay local. Do you like to stay local? You have a lot of family. You want to make it back home to your family. Okay, I can understand that. Relate to that person. Understand that driver. And that gets you a very long way. Honestly, it gets you a very long way. Rebuilding a rapport with the drivers and getting to know them, that gets you a long way, because not only are you telling them that you can make them money, but now just by talking to you, they see that you're a pretty cool person. So not only is this person going to be able to make me money, but she seemed pretty cool, and you know, this is a person I wouldn't mind talking to every day. You know what I'm saying? So if you calling them and just talk to these people how you would want to be talked to. That's all I can say. Anybody else have any rebuttals or anything that they have experienced when pitching, or any concerns that they have when pitching, or what's holding them back with the pitch, anything? Nobody? Y'all all got this? um I did want to say that um continue to ask the drivers questions while you're talking to them. Ask them questions. Ask them questions. How does that sound to you? That's a good question. Continue to ask them that as you're talking to them. And some of them will be real quiet on the phone when you're talking. Some of them won't say nothing at all. They'll just let you talk and just sit there, and you think for a second they done hung up, but they're just listening or barely listening. Engage them in the conversation. Ask them questions. How does that sound to you? Don't you need money? I understand that the insurance is going up and blah 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 blah. You got a lot of overhead, don't you? Some of them might feel like these are personal questions, but these are very key questions. These are very good pointed questions that when you ask them these questions, it's gonna spark an emotion. Like, yeah, I do got overhead. I do got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? So ask them questions. Ask them questions. Also, I would say make a goal of how many drivers you want to talk to in a day. Call as many people as possible, and don't get discouraged. Like, I started doing that. I would get really discouraged. Like, I would start, or not even just discouraged, just distracted. Like, I'll say I'm gonna call 30 drivers today, and then by the 15th driver, I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I need something to eat. Don't do that. Call the drivers. Keep calling, no matter what that person, no matter what the last driver says. Call the next driver, and then call the next driver, and then call the next driver. So make a goal, execute the goal. Um, yeah, don't let nothing stop you from making those making those calls. Um, and then, like, definitely, like, use things that are happening in the world to trigger emotions as well, like talking about the virus, and talking about different things that we see happening in the trucking industry, things that directly affect truckers, talking about insurance rates, talking about how a lot of trucking companies are shutting down, talking about how important it is to be independent and what's the benefits of being independent as long as you can make good money. Talking about those things that they see are relevant to them. You know, or how, for example, the tornado in Nashville. If you had a driver that's in the Nashville area, or you're on Trucker's Path and you see a driver that's in that area, that's a that's a recent event that could have directly affected them. Talk to them about that. Things like that. Let them know. We offer updates on things in the weather, or when the interstate is shut down. Honestly, the tornado, you wouldn't have been able to tell them about that because nobody knew. But neither here nor there. Letting them know that those are things that you as a dispatcher are aware of, so they get to see that, okay, this ain't just some random person. They got some knowledge. And even though a lot of you are new to the industry, a lot of you don't have any background in trucking, bringing up these things still makes those drivers feel like, you know, this is a person that is still um this is a person that they're comfortable working with. They're aware of what's going on in the industry. They're aware of what your pain points are and stuff like that, and they want to help. So I would say that. But yeah, everything besides that, the pitch is really just bulletproof. It's honestly nothing that the pitch doesn't cover. That's in my opinion, and that's what I've seen myself. Um, yeah. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Um, I would also say, like, phone etiquette. Don't be chewing on the phone. Don't have loud noises in the background. Like how y'all saw my dog barking. Don't have your dog barking. Another thing is, don't try to be plural when you're talking to the drivers. Be plural. Don't be singular. Don't say, I dispatch trucks and I want to help you dispatch your truck, and I am a dispatcher. don't say that because that puts a very negative, not very professional um mindset in the driver's minds. I would say more like we, us, our company. Make it plural. Make it sound like they very well could be talking to a person who represents a company of over 100 individuals, 100 dispatchers. And then when you start saying you're part of the National Dispatchers Network, it puts them in the mindset of a bigger company. And you guys have to keep in mind of your competition. There's a lot of people out here doing the same exact thing. So what sets you apart? What makes you different? So there is probably a lot of people calling these drivers independent dispatchers, and not all of them have the knowledge that we do. Not all of them are trained by Calvin. Not all of them have all the load boards. Not all of them have the techniques. So not all of them are really qualified, and you want to make it evident that you are more qualified than all the other dispatchers that have called them. Because believe me, there are a lot of dispatchers calling those drivers. So definitely be aware of your competition and make yourself stand out. So I think like that national dispatchers thing, I love saying that because it just, it speaks volumes. It makes them think like, okay, this is a big company, you know. Um, and yeah, just confidence too. Don't try to be as confident as possible. Like how Calvin says to video yourself doing the pitch so you can see what you look like because how you look is how you sound. Definitely do that because you'll know whether or not you sound confident or, if you don't, you'll see, okay, yeah, my voice is a little shaky. I even looked like I didn't know what I was talking about. If I look like I don't know what I'm talking about, I probably sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. So definitely try to be as confident as possible. And of course that comes over time, but that goes a long way. Confidence definitely goes a long way. Um, but yeah. So that's the conclusion of my tips. Um, I hope you guys found that helpful. If nobody else wants to do any role playing or, you know, anything like, does anybody have any questions or anything about anything I said? Like, if that's all, then I guess we can call it a night.
Good job, Deja. Practice make perfect. Please practice.
Thank you. Thank you. Um,
Good job, Deja. Really
thank,
good.
thank you. You guys did a good job too. Thank you for everybody who participated. And I think you guys are gonna do great. I was like, it's just practice. Honestly, it's not that hard. I mean, it's easier said than done.
Hmm.
Once you start doing it, you'll be like, oh, this is a walk in the park. This ain't that.
Hmm.
It takes a
You,
minute to like jump out there and do it, but once you start doing it, you'll get the hang of it for sure.
Yes.
you guys already did the role playing and stuff?
You missed it?
Yeah. Who is this?
Yeah, I came in late.
Oh, you better rewind the video, man. It was a great role play. You missed it.
Who is this?
I think it's
This is
Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Oh, Gilbert. Oh, Gilbert. I told you to go.
I'm sorry, I was building a desk. I apologize.
You said you were doing what?
I'm building a desk.
Building a desk. Is it for dispatching?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta make the home office. You
Right.
did.
Okay. Okay. In that case, I guess I'll cut you some slack. As long as it's progress.
Yes, it was.
All right. All right. Have you been on the phones?
Of course.
Okay. How's it going?
It's going all right. I mean, I get them to be interested. I'm just waiting for a few to call me back. I guess they're still out on the road. They want to go over with their wives and stuff.
Go over with their wives.
Yeah, because I guess they're the ones dispatching for them at the moment, supposedly.
When they be telling me that, I say, tell your wife what you're gonna do, and then just bring the money. Okay.
Easier said
Well,
than
you ain't
done.
have to do all that long talk. If I was the wife and my husband said, you know what, babe, don't even worry about all that. You can stop calling on them loads. I got somebody else who's gonna do it for me, and she gonna make us more money. I'd be like, okay, have a good day.
Yeah, no, that's what I tell them. I'm like, well, I mean, I don't want to get in between none, so like, but they're like, no, no, just and I just go on to the next.
Okay. Well, basically, what we were talking about tonight is conversation stoppers and how, yes, you do move on to, like how William said, you don't beg somebody for their business. No, we don't beg somebody for their business, but you don't just lay down and die when when a conversation becomes difficult, because there's always a way to overcome it. Honestly, it's all about helping them see that they need you, not the other way around. By the time that you hang up, you want them to feel like, man, maybe I really do need this dispatch. You know, so don't I would say, like, really try to get rid of that attitude of, okay, I'm about to just get off the phone because I don't know what to say. Try to overcome. I know it can be difficult and I know it can be stressful and we get really nervous, but if you are persistent with the drivers and you learn how to not take no for an answer, you will sign more dispatch agreements. Gilbert, I just got done showing everybody how many dispatch agreements I've signed since the 18th. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Is that it?
Um, yeah, that's like 10. That's 10 drivers since the 18th.
Oh dang, yeah. So far I got one.
Yeah. So that pitch works. You just got to be persistent with it. You have to make your pitch bulletproof. Make it tight. No matter what they say, you got something for them. And then after you let them know how you feel on what they said, you move on to the next thing. And then after you let them know, okay, anyway, sign the dispatch agreement. You know what I'm saying? Just and it's not about it's just about being persistent and not giving up. Honestly, that's what it is. Not giving up and being confident. Did you want to do some role playing? Cause it's like, let me see what time it is. It's 9:30. I said I was gonna try to help as many people as I can. Did you want to try to?
I was just gonna ask, how did it go? Like, how many did y'all do, or was it just one good long one?
We did like three.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Moses did one. William did one. Latoya did one.
And they were just being the trucker and stuff.
Um, I was the trucker. Moses was the. Wait, how did that go? No, Moses was the trucker.
Both. I was both.
Oh, yeah, we did both. Yeah. Moses did both. He did the trucker and the dispatcher. William was the trucker, and then I was the dispatcher. And then Latoya, I was the trucker, and she was the dispatcher.
That sounds good so far. I mean, I would. I don't know if we could probably go over this again on some other day because
Okay.
I'm about to take someone to work
Okay.
about here in like 10 minutes. So I mean, so far it sounds good. I'm pretty sure you guys did a good job. I could trust in that. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Go ahead
maybe
and watch
some
the
other
recording.
day. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I came in like really late. Like y'all were just about to shut down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Deja,
okay. Watch the recording and yeah, we'll go from there.
Deja, before you cut the clip, do you think you want to go over follow-up calls to these people when they
Um,
pitch, or you think that's going to be too much?
yeah, we can do like, okay, so follow up.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the same thing. Following
Hmm.
up with the same
Closing the
mind,
deal.
same closing, the same words. I mean, all I would do is just say, "Hey, man, I sent you that dispatch agreement. How much money have you made since I sent you that dispatch?" It's always about money. At the end of the day, it's about money. That's what I say. And I do have a lot of people that I sent it to that never called. I mean, never signed it, and so you do have to follow up. Um, so yeah, I call and I say, like this one, I'm waiting for this guy named Mike. I'm waiting for this guy named Frank. Um, I'm waiting for Herbie. Um, but so as y'all can see, I do have a lot of people that I sent it to and they never sent it back. Christopher, Randall, Lee, Albert, Gil, James, all those people, you have to follow back up on those people.
What's
Um,
what's their situation though?
some of these people, some of these people sat up here and said, okay, one of these drivers it come to the fact that he didn't even have his MC authority. It hadn't even come to him. He had just signed up for it, and it hadn't even come to him in the mail. He hadn't even got it. Um,
Mm.
so there's that. Then there's some of these drivers that I didn't sign on because um some of them never signed a dispatch agreement. Let me think. Albert Gill. What happened with Albert Gill? It was something with him. Actually, no, he did sign it. He signed it. Um, I can't think. Um, but yeah, it just be different stuff. Oh, not running right now. One of these drivers, this guy right here, Randall, he's not driving right now. He's not gonna be ready for another 2 weeks. Um, it'd be a lot of different stuff. So you just follow back up with them, you know, or they might have just forgot, or they might have thought they did it and they just did it. It could be a lot of different reasons. So when I call them back, I say, "Hey, this is Daja calling from DOW Logistics. We spoke 3 days ago about signing this dispatch agreement to help you book more loads and increase your revenue. What happened? I never got that dispatch agreement from you." Oh yeah, I forgot, and I'm just sitting at home right now and blah 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 blah, and I ain't been back on the road, and that's the type of stuff they'll say. And then I'm like, okay, well, as soon as you get back in the truck, we can start making money. Um, Go ahead and get the dispatch agreement signed. I know you're not running right now, but go ahead and sign it so that when you are, we can start planning your loads out, different things like that. Or if they just that type of driver that you pitched them and they're still on the road, but they just haven't, they're not convinced. Um, yeah, I was taking a look at it. You just gotta give me a minute. I saw it. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna get back to you. Okay, man. How long you been driving? How many miles have you gone since the last time I talked to you? Okay. So you went 3,000 miles. How much did you make? Wow. Okay. So you made about $1.75 a mile. You told me last time we talked that you wanted at least $2.50 a mile. I could have helped you find that. Talking to them, asking them very pointed questions, asking them make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like talking to them and helping them to see that they probably should just go ahead and sign a dispatch agreement because they not making no money. You know what I'm saying? So kind of, and that's the perfect time. Following up on people, that's the perfect time to trap them, to walk them into that signing a dispatch agreement. Because I have had that happen to me so many times when I did follow up. Actually, I shouldn't say so many times, 2 or 3 times. I'll be honest. So where I called back and the driver was like, "Oh yeah, I just hadn't decided on it. I saw it, I just forgot about it." Okay, how much money did you make since the last time we talked? Okay, what area are you in? Okay, I see 1,300 loads coming out of so and so. You only made this amount of money, and last time I talked to you, you was in St. Louis, Missouri, and now you in Charlotte, South Carolina. And you only made this amount of money? Wow. So you didn't even make the money that you told me that you wanted to make. Let me help you make that money. You told me you need $2.50 a mile to move your truck. You're not making the money that you need to move your truck. I understand that every owner operator has their own expenses. I don't know what you got going on, but I can only imagine you have insurance, you got your truck payment, you got your fuel. You told me you need $2.50 a mile, and I believed you. I want to help you find that. Sign the dispatch agreement. Period. Point blank. Simple as that. Okay? How that sound, William?
Realistic and it's for real.
Right.
Quick question before you leave, Daisy.
Uh-huh.
Timing. When is the best time of the day or the night or the evening, morning, whatever, that has been more productive for you when to call? Like, some truckers may be more agitated, when they're trying to get some sleep and somebody call them versus like, while they're on the road. Based on your experience, when is the best time has been working for you to call?
I will call a driver anywhere from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the evening. But I have to be careful because I'm on Eastern Standard Time. So if I call in the morning, there's a possibility that the person that I'm calling is 3 hours behind me. So it's only 6 o'clock in California or something. I don't know where you live, but I would take that into consideration.
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast too. Yeah,
Okay. So I would take that into consideration.
I'm over
But
here in Virginia. Yeah.
so you can start, I mean, it depends on, obviously, you can see the locations of the driver. But to be safe, you can call from 12 to 7 o'clock in the evening, even 8 o'clock sometimes. Honestly, drivers are morning people. They're up in the morning. They might be cranky, but they're up. If especially and honestly, if you are calling off a trucker's path and you get the driver's number off a trucker's path, they're online looking for loads. So they're already up. So it's not like, am I waking somebody up? No, because if you see their
True.
name and number, that means they got online. Now, quick transport is a different story. That's more of a cold call. But trucker's path is really not a cold call because you already know
Yeah,
that
you got
this
a scoop. Yeah.
is in this region. He may not be in the exact location that, Trucker's Path has them listed, but he's in this region and he's looking for loads. So you already know what these people want. You already know they need your help. Whether they want you to think they need your help or not, they need your help. Because if they didn't need your help, they wouldn't be on the load board. Especially if you call a driver on a Friday at 5 o'clock in the evening and he on here looking for loads, you can even tell him that. Look, man, it's Friday. It's 5 o'clock in the evening. If you don't find a load right now, you're not gonna find a load. You're gonna be stuck for the rest of the weekend. You can tell a person that. I have told a driver that. I know you need my help because you're on here looking for a load and it's Saturday. You should have found your load during this week. If I was working with you, I would have had your loads booked for the week. You wouldn't have to worry about trying to pick through the bottom of the barrel on the weekend because you're really not gonna find anything. And they'd be like, "Well, I don't need no this." Yeah, you do. You do need to do that. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Because why are you on this low board at Saturday? Why are you on here on Saturday? You should be resting. You should be driving. You should not be on the low board, right? So call them out. Call them out. Man, you just woke me up, man. Why you calling me at 9 o'clock in the morning, man? You just woke me up. Oh, I just woke you up. I'm sorry. I got your information off of Trucker's Path. It looks like you just logged on 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah, call them out. Don't let them punk you. Be like, I got your information off of Trucker's Path. I know you were just online. Of course, say it very politely and professionally, but don't let them. Call them out. Definitely call them out.
Got you. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Well, I think that'll wrap it up for tonight, guys. Thank you all for participating, and I hope you guys can benefit from it and start getting some drivers. All right. So this will be the conclusion of our student training. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
And
Good night, everyone.
good night. Once
I
again,
thank you, Deja.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
the platforms that allowed us to use to share our video. And this is Deja with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center.
Thank you, Deja.
And
Good
this
night.
is the conclusion of our meeting.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.
Bye. Night. All right. Let me get all y'all out.